There's a set of therapies called advanced therapies, and that's different from pharma, and it differs from medtech. So you either have a medical device or a pharma product or an advanced therapy. And advanced therapy is having three pillars: gene therapy, cell therapy, and tissue therapy. Everything started with gene, the DNA, the genome was sequenced. Then we got into the cells, how you can use the cells to cure cancer, to regenerate pathways in the body. Now we're getting into tissue. And why are we getting a bit later into tissues? Because there is not enough knowledge to just regenerate tissues like that. It took a bit longer to get to the right mechanisms to understand how tissues are regenerated and give the right inputs to the cells to regenerate the tissue. We have now blood vessels, cornea, cartilage, liver tissues, arterial, like big vessels for coronary trauma. We don't know everything yet. Biology takes time, and most of the discoveries are in academia, and translation from academia to industry takes time.
It's 3D basically, and it's a lot of cells together.
Yes, it's cells and matrix and co-culturing of different cell types. It's much more complex than just growing cells. Printing is an interesting approach to enable 3D structures to be formed. So if you need to build a bone or a blood vessel, you could try and 3D print. In the tissue space, there is little printing. So it's more bioreactors and cells being assembled around certain scaffolds rather than printing. We started with a printer, and we realized that it took us longer and it was more stressful for the cells. We are now creating the skin by having a biological process. There is no printing involved.
You are using the own cells, growing and expanding the own body cell.
A lot of companies have universal cells, which would not get rejected. To go allogeneic, it would be cheaper and it's an off-the-shelf. The problem is in tissue therapy, it's going to the direction, and cell therapy as well, precision medicine. Because the more we know about humankind, the more we can screen for specific targets and specific markers, the more we realize that having one for all is probably going to be more difficult. The field is moving in the right direction. The field is actually divided into autologous. In our case, it has to be auto. There is products like Epigraft, which are Allogeneic skin graft. It's still on the market and it's used for chronic wounds. It's a piece of skin which is promoting healing, but it's then rejected and the wound is healing below it. In skin surgery, in the way we approach it, there is no way to close those wounds by themselves.
When the Autologous came, especially the CAR-T, which was a breakthrough in oncology, amazing results, like 500+ million revenues annually. But I remember people were talking about Allogeneic, already it's coming and it will come, and actually everyone was wrong and it took way more years and it's still not close to market.
Yeah, it makes sense maybe business-wise, but it has other challenges.
At the moment, all the earlier stage cell therapy companies are suffering, especially the publicly listed ones.
Absolutely. There's been no big breakthrough saying this is a safe product, it's efficacious, and it generates lots of money. However, it's not just on us. It's also a question of the regulatory HTAs. The entire machine has to move along the route of promoting those cell therapies and making also accessible schemes for reimbursement. It's impossible to make cell therapy and tissue therapy as cheap as collagen. The entire ecosystem has to be more supportive. In tissue therapy, we have a unique opportunity. I'm not competing with 7 others that do kind of the same. We see that the acceptance of the authorities is much quicker than for CAR-T. The phase 3 readout of Humacyte with this blood vessel came out in July, and they got the approval of FDA in December. Once you show safety and efficacy, this can be a bit more pragmatic.